Veterans Day, and we've been celebrating veterans all day long today. Jackie, being joined by a very special person, Colonel Jennifer Ryan is here today, and we're going to learn a little something about veterans here in the state of Iowa that if you had not heard some of these numbers, you're going to raise your eyebrows a little bit. First of all, thank you for serving.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here, and we are here in celebration of veterans.
We are. So, you know, today's a wonderful day to celebrate veterans who have committed and sacrificed for this country and our freedoms. And so I'm honored to be here. And, you know, Iowa's got 232,000, veterans that have served or are serving.
That's more than 250,000.
That is.
In Iowa.
In Iowa.
I had just heard that number yesterday, was staggered.
It's pretty amazing. So pretty much anyone you meet on the street could be a veteran.
They
you
could
should be shaking their hand and saying
Absolutely.
thank you today.
You know, and then the other piece is that, you know, we couldn't do this without the commitment from our families, from the employers, you know, so they give a lot of support, and we could not do that. So I wanted, on part of the Army Reserves, is to thank them for everything that they do for us.
Yeah, because a lot of employers really have stepped up, haven't they?
They have. They have, absolutely, with whether they send care packages to soldiers, augmenting pay, just doing a lot of different things and outreaches for these families and soldiers.
One of the most important aspects of this country and the freedoms that we enjoy every single day.
That's right.
And something else that people have a tendency to enjoy every single day is great food items. And we mentioned this earlier today. If you are a veteran, first of all, thank you for your service. And make sure that if you're running around going to eat anywhere, that you stop and look around, because chances are really good a lot of the places that you frequent are having special Veterans Day things going on today. The list is gigantic, so we can't list everything now, but just don't, just don't hesitate to ask if there's anything going on. It could be a free meal, could be a piece of pie, it could be one thing or another.
TheMilitaryWallet.com being one of the locations or a website that's going to give you quite a few ideas of things you can check out here locally if you are a veteran. But something that's just amazing is when we can have an amazing chef, Chef Wolf, Chief Wolf, Chef, however you want to say it. Thank you for joining us in our Wood Harbor kitchen. Jason,
and look who gets the full duty. Parking gets the full
Jason drew
duty.
the lucky straw today, so tell us what you guys are doing over in the kitchen.
Chief, thank you very much for being here. You're on your way to Las Vegas later on, and tell us about the competition you're in there and the training you're in there.
And currently, the Army Reserves just competed in the Iron Chef against all the other branches of the military. 17 full teams at the Marine Barracks in September, and we took second, the highest we've ever done, a silver medal. And I have my team now. They're practicing in Vegas right now. We're feeding almost 500 soldiers. We're going to be feeding over this drill weekend, and we're going to be teaching them the skills. My cooks there on the culinary arts team are going to show them some of the different skills and what we're doing. It's one of the nice things about the culinary arts. We get to go and show our craft to other young soldiers. They'll always have an opportunity to do it, so they show them some different techniques and that to enhance their culinary careers.
Well, you know, we love having you here. We love it when you visit. Thank you for your service, and obviously, just from the smell, you brought us something yummy today. What are we making today?
Gonna make apple roses.
Okay.
There's a lot of variations. If you go and Google and that, a lot of different ways to do it. I actually had to play with it about 4 times to get how I thought was the best recipe for it, and that's so it's sometimes not quite as easy as they show.
Typically. How do we put all this together?
All right, what we'll do is, and I've already pre-done some finished product, but what you'll do is you'll take your apple, cut it in half just like you basically would.
Okay.
You'll cut out the core part.
Okay. Get rid of the seeds and the stem.
Get rid of the seeds, right?
That.
And we'll pretend that the seeds are gone.
Do you have a preference of kind of?
No, actually, the best, it depends. You can alter this between Granny Smiths and that. The only problem with some of the apples, different times of the year, the moisture is different.
Oh, okay.
So it can be more tart. So I've gone with Fuji apples. You can actually incorporate different types of apples in there. So you could put in like a sweet apple, like an Asian, and then you could put in a Granny Smith, so you kind of get the kind of sweet and sour, another way of varying it.
Different
a little
taste.
bit of different color and taste.
Okay.
And that. And then what you do is you can either cut the apples real thin by hand, or you can use, I have a little mini mandolin that you can pick up anywhere at any grocery store or anything like that.
Very nice. And always use the guard, right?
Right, yeah.
I made that mistake once.
You just keep on going.
I think we all have, Parkin.
And you make your slices. Then after you make your slices, you put a little bit of lemon juice in there, enough water to fill it up. Then you would put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. Depends on your microwave. You want it tender enough so the apples are pliable, but not so thick that when you go to roll it, which I'm going to show you next, that it won't be able to do.
Okay.
Next, you take the puff pastry dough that you can get from anywhere. Let it thaw out a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a little bit of flour here.
Okay, that's flour.
A little more flour here. Not a lot. I'll move the knife here so we don't have any accidents. Whatever type of rolling pin you like.
Me.
And you're going to roll it out to get it to the size you want it. And turn it around a few times.
Okay.
Then what we're going to do is, you should roll it a little thinner. Makes it a little more pliable. You take some, and you don't have to, but you can take some apricot glaze. You can take strawberry, peach, anything you want. You want to heat it up a little bit in the microwave with a little bit of water. You're going to baste it.
Oh, man. And this will be the inside?
Yeah, and actually what you would do, right, you would roll the sheet out enough so you would get two here. So the second would be rolled out a little more.
Okay.
Then you're going to take some cinnamon sugar, put over it like this. Or you can put on top as much how much you want to put on there.
Okay.
Then you're going to take your apple slices and you're going to put them right here, just overlapping a little bit.
And those are going across one side.
One side, because in theory this has been rolled out further. This would be there'd be a second roll here that we would do.
Okay.
And that.
And does the lemon kind of keep it from browning? Is that
Yeah,
the
it does.
idea?
The lemon does. I mean, the apple's still going to brown when it gets, from the oxidation.
Sure.
But the lemon keeps it. Sometimes when it browns without the lemon, it tastes kind of funky. So normally, we'd have the second sheet here.
Okay.
But what you would do is then you take this right here, you fold it over.
Oh, this is so cool.
Like this. You go to roll it, just dust off a little bit of the flour. You just roll it just kind of like this, kind of nice and tight. Once in a while do this to keep it so that you keep your symmetry even.
Okay.
And just keep on rolling it like this. And then what you do is you take a muffin pan liner, or muffin pans, with this, spray a little non-stick.
Okay.
And then I use a little bit of olive oil in it.
Sure.
But then what you would do is, then you just go ahead and put it in like this, put it out a little bit. And then, when it comes out of the oven,
ta-da!
It looks like this with powdered sugar on it.
Through the magic of television.
Mm-hmm. Again, you can use different apples you want. You can put a little bit of strawberry filling. You can even mix it in that. Sometimes Christmas time, you put some cranberry in there actually.
Oh, that sounds good.
And so then you get the contrasting colors in that, and it just works out real well. So we have this here, and you can do powdered sugar on it if you want, or you could do something else, whatever works. And there's just like a cupcake will come out.
It's like a little apple pie.
Yeah. Now you'll bake it at 375, depends on your oven, for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And you'll have to see with your oven how it is.
375 for 45.
For 45 minutes. And we have another one coming out before I had the put powdered sugar on it.
Sorry, Jason, these are ours.
Here come these have to come over here too because the chief has to take good care of them.
This gives you an idea. Remember, we have the before and the after. And you can make these a day ahead of time and just warm them up later, because sometimes, and it's good for Thanksgiving too, but I try to find recipes that you don't have to do all one time in that.
That's pretty simple.
Pretty easy to do, and again, you just use your puff pastry sheets that you can get from any grocery store.
Well, thank you so much for putting that together for us, and as always for visiting us. We love it when you come by, and have a safe trip back today.
Oh yeah.
I hope your day goes well. I appreciate it. Lou and Jackie, good luck getting a hold of these.
We're coming after those here in just a minute. Thank you, Chef Chief. You always bring us some great ideas and very fun things to do, and maybe you can make some of those and take them to a veteran today and say
That's
thank you
right.
for
So,
everything
Carl,
you've
he's
done.
part of the 103rd. You're part of the 103rd.
Correct.
Rough gig, isn't it? Being associated with a
It
great
is. He
chef
always
like
makes
that.
wonderful things for us.
Yeah.
So
Gives you more of a reason to come back.
that's right. We just have to make sure we work out enough to keep that that weight off.
That is great. But again, a lot of celebrations going on today, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Many celebrations out there, and again, thank you for all the veterans who have committed and sacrificed for this country.
Marva, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you.